day. I got a podcast. How many 60-year-old men got a podcast? So it just, times and the times have changed, the attitudes, of a lot of people, man, including myself.
Let me ask you, Lonzo. Isaiah brought up a good movie. I've seen it maybe once or twice, but I know the whole gist of it, and I appreciate it when I saw it. But have you seen Baby Boy all the way through, the movie Baby Boy?
Of course.
Okay, cool. I thought that was a powerful message, and like I said, I've only seen it once or twice, but I, for some reason, know it from front to back, and it was mainly the message in the movie. Baby Boy, a boy who grows up without a father. He runs to his mother looking for help every time he's in trouble with something. Talk about Baby Boy, man, and how powerful that message was.
I've seen Baby Boy up close and personal. When you have a son that has either been rejected or not been accepted by the dad, mom overcompensates, and the boy never gets a chance to really spread his wings and become a man. He starts making babies, and he don't understand that those are his responsibilities because he's never been taught responsibility. See, the one thing about a dad, most dads, they're going to teach you responsibility. You can't do this in my house. You can't do that in my house. Mamas will overlook some things that daddy ain't gonna overlook. Mamas will overlook some things, and that was going back to the dope era. That was a big influence on the dope era. When your son's bringing home $4,000-$5,000 a week, mama can overlook him selling dope, knowing he got a gun in his pocket, she'll overlook that. He paying bills and helping out in the house. He became the man, and then you may have mama being seen doing certain things that most mamas wouldn't mamas back in the day wouldn't be caught doing. You know what I'm saying? And so you got that. You go back to the Tupac part where you learn to hate women because you see them applying themselves or letting themselves be used in ways that you don't feel as comfortable. No man wants to see nobody with his mama. Okay, some cats get mad when their daddy get with their mama. Okay, if you want to piss a dude off, man, just say something about his mama and it's oral sex. Niggas don't think about that shit. Your mama can knock him off, boy. Man, you can't play like that. So if your mama in real life, you out there in the streets and your mom's is kind of busy with some folks in the streets, and this, homies, daddies, whatever the case may be, that gives you a disdain for your mom. And if you don't love your mom, man, you can't. It's going to be hard to love any of the women, man. It's a trust thing. That bond is broken. That trust and that bond is broken, dude. So if you can't trust her, who you gonna trust? If she breaks your heart by doing something that you think is totally disgusting, and Baby Boy was another verse of that, another example of that, because homeboy, he butt ass naked making breakfast.
Ving Rhames.
He butt ass naked making breakfast. He wasn't making breakfast butt ass naked because he was gonna wash the car. Okay, he was not butt ass naked making eggs because he was gonna wash the car. And so now your mama becomes human. She becomes she ain't that pure innocent woman that you thought she was as a kid. She's a human being with needs like everybody else. But because you're a grown-ass man and you know how you do your women, you don't want nobody to do your mama in the same way. And that was one of the Baby Boy things. Homeboy figured he was using everybody. He got somebody using his mama. So he thought, and he couldn't stand that. Because that was his woman. That was his house. Grandmama left us this house. This our house. Why I got to leave? Plus his brother got killed out in the streets. And he felt that, that was his crutch. That was her reason for being so protective of him, because she didn't want to lose him too. And he used that against her. Maybe she had some guilt. I'm not sure. Maybe she had some guilt about her son getting killed. And he used that against her to keep his grown ass in the house while he riding this big ass bicycle as opposed to having a car. Meanwhile, he got kids on He got kids on. He had 2 kids by 2 different women, playing both of them. You know, so yeah, Doc, he didn't have any real role models until Ving Rhames came into his life and kind of got him straight after a while. But again, there was a lot of resistance on that because he knew what he was doing. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay, he knew what he was doing to other women. He didn't want to see it done to his mom, and especially not in the house that he was living in.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, I've only seen that movie all the way through once, maybe twice. But one other thing that stands in my head that I'll never forget is that vision of Snoop Dogg's skinny ass in that motherfucking white tank top, just laying on the couch. I was like, damn, Snoop is skinny.
Yeah. That wasn't no makeup either. Damn it, that was real. That was real Snoop double OG.
That was double OG, man. All right, we're almost halfway through the show. I'm gonna remind everybody to hit that like button if you haven't already, and please hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel and you like what you hear. You are tuning into N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo. I am Dusty Vision. That is Alonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. Quick shout out to the chat. I see my dude D Cause, Derek Mallory, D Minor, Marlon Cozy. I love all you guys, man. Isaiah Edwards, Chris Stacks, 101, the boy STEM Radio. Shout out to all you guys. Retired Senior Chief, U.S. Navy. Thank you again for your service. Much love, and thank you guys for participating tonight. Let's get to some of the questions, Lonzo. Unless you did you have anything before we head off? Before we jump into the questions?
Do you think?
Let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. This is a good one. D-Cause says, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, when Snoop said, "Let it be known" at the Source Award show, street dudes knew what that meant. To me, that set off the East Coast, West Coast things. And he said, what are your thoughts? Lonzo, what do you think started the East Coast, West Coast situation?
Source Magazine.
That's what I think too. Talk to it. Talk about it.
See, we as hip hop heads, black folks, we're easily manipulated, man. We easily manipulated. And all somebody got to do is throw a rock, hide their hands, and point at somebody else. And we quick to run over there and start whooping on somebody's ass. And man, what you whooping on my ass for? What I do? Oh, man, you threw that rock. I ain't throwing a rock. Now you climb. Now you got to retaliate. And it was done. Things like that have been done for decades. Okay, it was done in the hood by some boys in blue. They would drop off Crips in Bloods territory. They whoop their ass first and drop off some Crips in Bloods territory, and vice versa, and the SA territories too. But when it comes to the media, you got people that